With the Dawn of the Infinite dungeon coming out later today, I figured while everyone's waiting for the patch, let's go over the first boss fight. There's only a few mechanics you really need to know in order to be successful. I think there's 3 mechanics total, and the first one is this sand stomp. The idea is to bring these circles to the edge of the arena as they create semi-permanent floor damage circles that you don't want to stand in. And obviously you don't want to crowd the arena too much with them. Aeon Shatter is her next move, where she's going to hop to 3 players randomly, and when she lands she shoots out a ball of orbs, as well as having a soak circle that either a melee DPS or a tank needs to run into very quickly. After her 3rd jump, then she's good to go and you're back to attacking her. Remember, if you're one of the people targeted by her jump, to obviously move out of the big circle once it starts getting cast on you. Hey there, Rotan here. I make to-the-point videos about World of Warcraft, helping people obtain collectibles, cosmetics, and mounts that they want easily and quickly. If that sounds like a fun time, subscribe. Once again, with these sand stumps, we want to kind of overlap the circles and bring them out to the edge of the arena as much as we possibly can. The other move that you just saw her use was Chronikar, which is kind of a tank buster mechanic where it absorbs a ton of healing, so as long as the tank is topped up before that move goes off, or you just spam your healing cooldowns, you should be okay. Tanks can also use their defensives during that time to not die. So those are essentially the 3 mechanics. We have Aeon Shatter, which you see coming out again here now. We have the Sand Stomp, which, remember, we have to move it to the edge of the arena, and Chronikar. You can see I'm now targeted by Aeon Shatter, and once the swirlies start to happen, I can move. You can also see clearly here the soak mechanic, which is that circle that appears next to the boss when she jumps. We do a pretty good job with the sand stomps in this fight. As you can see, we're doing a pretty good job keeping it. There's the Chronikar coming out. If you look at the tank's health now, you can see that the health bar is a little bit slightly translucent, which means that he's absorbing healing from the healer right now. I do my best to place these sand stomps as far away as possible, but as the fight goes on, you can see that the floor gets pretty crowded, and so it's kind of like a soft enrage mechanic. While the circles do ultimately wind up disappearing after enough of them get cast, it's still, you can block yourself out into certain quadrants where the entire party is then forced to stand inside these sand circles, and that'll constitute a wipe. As long as you're able to dodge kind of the bullet hell mechanics and get your melee DPS or tanks into those soak circles fast enough and move the sand stomps appropriately, you're pretty much okay. The tank buster mechanic is really pretty lenient on this fight, and the healers aren't required to do a whole ton of heavy lifting throughout the entire duration of this fight. So those are the 3 main mechanics, and you've seen us go through them a couple times here, with the tank getting slightly low around this part. But after the final sand stomp comes out, she's going to then cast one final Aeon Shatter, where we're kind of boxing ourselves in here with the floor sand. But we're going to be able to kill her before she casts the Aeon Shatter, and that is the first boss done. So thank you guys for watching the video. I'm planning on releasing a boss guide for every single one of the 8 bosses in the new Megadungeon. If you liked what you saw, then remember to come back and check out the other ones. Thanks.